Alright, let's break this down piece by piece, so you can walk away from this with some real power and a new way of seeing yourself and your emotions. I'm going to lay it out as simple as possible, like you're 5, with the force of a fireball. Are you ready? Emotions, they don't just pop out of thin air, no. They're the body's reaction to something that the mind has cooked up. You feel things because your mind holds a belief about something. Sometimes it's a lie. Sometimes it's just outdated. Let's say you run into an old friend. Your heart starts racing, right? You feel that wave of insecurity. Why? What triggered that? It's not just the sight of them. It's the belief that your mind is carrying about them. Maybe you think they're better than you, or you think you're not good enough in their eyes. Maybe you're holding onto a fear of judgment or worse, rejection. But that's not real. It's a belief that your brain is running on autopilot. For example, you see someone, your heart races. That's an emotion. You think they're judging me. I'm not worthy. I'll never be enough. Boom, insecurity hits. But why? Because somewhere deep down, you believe those things about yourself. But here's the catch. Those beliefs, they're fake. They were built on old experiences. Maybe stuff that went wrong in the past. Maybe times you felt rejected. Maybe you screwed up somewhere. But that was then. Your brain hasn't updated the software to reflect the present reality. Find the belief, acknowledge it, and reframe it. Here's the deal. You have to find the belief that created that emotion. And no, it's not always obvious at first. You've got to dig deep and uncover the root. Here's the process. Acknowledge the emotion. Don't fight it. It's like a message from your mind. If you're feeling insecure, ask yourself, what am I really afraid of right now? Find the belief. What's the lie that your mind is telling you? Maybe it's, I'm not enough. They're better than me. Or I need their approval to feel okay. So reframe it. Once you've found that belief, you can change it, challenge it. Why is that belief wrong? Why is it stupid? Look at the evidence from your life that proves it's a bunch of nonsense. For example, let's say you think, I'm not good enough. Where's the proof of that? Have you achieved great things in life? Sure you have. Maybe it was a belief that you picked up from someone else's judgment or an event long ago that's no longer even relevant. Once you reframe it, you let it go. And you convert that emotional weight into fuel that propels you forward. The science of all this. What happens in your brain? When you feel an emotion, say anxiety, your brain releases chemicals like cortisol. They fire up your body, making you feel that rush. That's what causes the shaky hands, the heart racing, the sweat, and the feeling of dread. But here's the kicker. When you start challenging those beliefs, you release dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical, which calms you down and gets you to think straight. The reason this works so well is because you're hijacking your own brain's neural pathways. You're literally rewiring how your brain responds to certain situations. You tell it, hey, this whole story you've been telling me, it's time for an upgrade. You stop the cycle of anxiety by interrupting the old belief pattern and replacing them with new, empowering ones. So why are you afraid to do this? And why you shouldn't be? I know you're scared to challenge these beliefs. You're afraid of the repercussions, the judgment. You're worried about how others will perceive you. But here's the thing. By not doing this, you keep suppressing your true self. You keep that emotional weight dragging you down. If you never challenge your beliefs, your life stays stagnant. You stay stuck in a loop of fear, self-doubt, and low self-worth. But if you take the leap and start doing this, well, you're free. You're free to express yourself fully, to show up in the world as the person you're always meant to be. And that, my friend, is where the magic happens. The universe will shift around you when you decide to stop hiding and start living. The top limiting beliefs and how to break them. We all have these sneaky beliefs that keep us stuck. Let me give you a few of the big ones and how to destroy them. I'm not good enough. You're more than enough. In fact, you're already perfect as you are, period. Anyone who tells you otherwise doesn't get it. Cut them out, seriously. If anyone tries to make you feel less, they're the ones who are broken, not you. I need other people's approval to feel worthy. No, you don't. You've all the approval you need right inside you. When you live for others, you hand over your power. When you start living for yourself, the world aligns with you. But I'm a failure. Failure is not a label, it's a lesson. Every mistake is just information for your brain to get smarter. You didn't fail. You just learned a new way not to do something. The real failure is not trying. But I'm unlovable. You are. You're lovable. Maybe you've had people in the past who didn't see it, but that's their problem. It's not yours. The right people will love you for exactly who you are. Interrupting the pattern and creating change. You want real change, right? To get out of that stuck, miserable loop, here's the secret. You've got to interrupt the pattern. When you feel that rush of emotion, when you feel yourself spiraling into the old beliefs, stop. Take a deep breath, count to 3 and ask yourself, is this belief true? Is it real? Where's the evidence that this is true right now? Then, in the most loving way, call bullshit on yourself. For example, if you're about to spiral into a "they're judging me" thought, stop, breathe, say to yourself, I don't need anyone's approval to be me. I'm enough right now, in this moment. Once you do this enough, your brain starts to rewire itself. It begins to stop reacting to the old beliefs and starts creating new, empowering responses. The importance of changing now. If you don't do this, you'll stay trapped in the same emotional patterns forever. You'll keep replaying the same drama over and over, and life will pass you by. But if you commit to changing your beliefs, you're giving yourself a chance at freedom. You'll show up as your full self. You'll stop holding back, hiding, and second-guessing yourself. You'll start living, not just existing. Now ask yourself, what's more painful? Changing now or staying stuck forever? The final truth, no bullshit. The universe doesn't give a damn about your excuses. It doesn't care whether you think you're good enough or not. It's not waiting for you to figure it out. The truth is, if you keep letting these limiting beliefs control you, you'll waste your life. You'll stay small and nothing will change. But if you decide right now to break free from the chains and start living as the person that you are meant to be, your whole life will shift. It'll get easier. You'll stop questioning yourself, and you'll step into the power that you've been hiding for far too long. You've everything you need. It's time to use it.